Okay, everybody, here we go. I'm laughing. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Now, how do you like that? A miracle. The 10-year yield dropped, and wouldn't you know it, another record high for this market. The NASDAQ this time, actually, we finished closed, a mixed. Uh, Slight loss for the Dow, S&P 500 higher, NASDAQ new record high. It's an incredible thing to witness, honestly. Uh, okay, whatever. Look, you want to see something amazing? Look at that. This is what I would say the Trump trade. This market has gone full on orgasmic, man, over the prospect of Trump getting selected, and that's just the way it looks at this point now. That's what the market wants. Is that what the market's going to get? We shall see. Did I say this is my post-market wrap-up? I don't even remember what it is. Post-market wrap-up. I'm just getting all giddy over here. Gold and silver doing really well today as well. But this is crazy, man. Look at Bitcoin, man. It's just an amazing thing. And just that smidgen drop, 4.27 on the 10-year yield. Purgatory. Thanks. Was enough to get this market even just more giddy. Now, look, I've been doing a lot of thinking all day long, and I just want to play off of what I was talking about this morning. Look, first of all, we don't get corrections anymore. We don't get pullbacks anymore. It's a clown show market. It isn't even a market. It's become like, think about it. Right now, the stock market is getting its clue from the betting markets, games of chance, and you can see what's going on here. There's enormous bets here, enormous leveraged bets across the spectrum right now of asset classes on a Trump selection. If this doesn't happen, if Trump is by some freak of nature not selected here, oh, whoa. And I mean, whoa. I just can't even imagine. Exactly. Pat Clark nailed it to the wall. Look at this comment by Pat Clark. No price discovery. There's none. Zero. It's gone crazy, man. That's our strength, though. Understanding that. Now, just as I was going to say, so I have made up my mind with regard to my crypto positions. I'm going to ride the lightning here. I don't care what happens with regard to the selection process, which they already know who's been selected. You already know that. If, in fact, the lovely, beautiful Kamala is selected, you're going to see this get cut in half, in my opinion. But I don't care, because I'm in this for the long run. You all know that. Crypto, I can't even speak here. I know you guys, a lot of you guys and girls hate this spot, even though Trump worships this spot, and he's the crypto king and the Bitcoin president, and even you followers of him just don't like it because he used to hate it, but now he likes it, but you still hate it, but whatever. Don't matter. If this stuff drops, okay, and you guys don't get in on this, I don't know what to tell you. I intend to add aggressively to my crypto positions if, in fact, the lovely Camel is selected and the crypto space takes a fit. Now, with regard to the stock market, here is what I am going to do. Are you ready for this? Okay. If you subscribe to my newsletter, 100% free, link in description of this video, I just sent out a little piece on how to hedge your positions using something called a protective put. All right. That's what I'm going to do here. I don't want to go into this selection with no protection on the downside. Okay, so I want all of you guys and girls to pay attention to how I'm playing this. You guys and girls do what you want to. All right. Again, let me just say it. Crypto space, I'm riding the lightning. I don't care what happens here. I am not touching it. Let it go crazy. Let it get cut in half. Beautiful. I will use that as an opportunity to add aggressively to my crypto positions. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I am not closing my long positions in this market JEPI, JEPQ. I will be utilizing protective puts. Now, if you're curious about how this works and you want to do this, it's so simple. It is so easy to do this. All right. I couldn't have made it easier for you. Again, check your inbox. If you subscribe to my newsletter, it's in there right now. Tells you exactly what it's all about. And I put a link there that will walk you through how to do these things. So we're going to be sitting pretty here. Okay. No matter what happens. So buy a little protection here. And we're going to be just like loving life. It doesn't matter what happens here. Now, let us move forward. Now, you're going to love this. You're going to love some of this stuff. It's just too beautiful. 10-year yield crosses the line in the sand. It crossed the line in the sand. That's 4.3 according to this lovely, who wrote this here? This is from The Tell. At 4.3 level on the 10-year rate has proved to be a tipping point for equities. That's actually true here over the past year. Now, let me just tell you something about lines in the sand, okay? How do I say this so you don't take any ambiguity away from it? We've already crossed the line in the sand. We have crossed it a long time ago. We are in a maximum saturation moment. We're living in the side effect of it. Again, central banks with puppet one, puppet two, selling you their plan, and people can't wait to get out there and vote because they're voting for the Fed's plan. You do realize that, right? No matter who you vote for here, like your vote counts, okay? You're voting for the Fed's plan. That's what you're doing. Doesn't that make you feel real smart? Makes you feel real good, doesn't it? You're voting for the Fed's plan. Who started it all? The illustrious hunk of a man, the beauty, Trump. All right. Hey, everyone. I promise you, you elect me, select me. Well, I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure after he just got off the phone with Powell, I'm gonna make sure that rates are lower and suppressed, and I destroy the purchasing power of the currency. Kamala says, great idea. Great idea. I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe she just got off the phone with Yellen. I have no idea. All right. Now you're going to go out there and vote, and you're voting for the Fed's plan. You know that, right? Congratulations. Sell more to sell. I love it, bro. So anyway, we crossed this line, man. Maximum saturation. The system is dead saturated, but it's just not enough. So let's see. What are they going to do? They're going to allow the Fed to issue more debt through one door, buy it back through another door, keep rates artificially suppressed, which is massively currency purchasing power negative, which is exactly the two things that we do not need right now. No. But, they're illustrious. Trump is illustrious. Kamala is illustrious. And they're a lot smarter than Greg Mannarino, right? I don't think so. Okay, at least when it comes to this freaking stuff. Anyway, how about this one? The bond market rarely does this outside of a crisis. How about we're in a crisis right now? Duh! Full blown in your freaking face. This is just beautiful. Let's go on to the economic news from today. Job openings in the U.S. fall to the lowest level in 3.5 years. That's because our economy is so strong and we're firing on all cylinders. How about this one? Home prices rose more than expected. No one saw this one coming, really. How about you and me? This is not going to stop. It's just, look, man, this is obviously a mechanism of destruction on a grand scale. Why do you think you're going to vote for the Fed's plan? If you voted already, you've already voted for the Fed's plan. If you're planning on voting on the 5th, well, you're voting for the Fed's plan again because both creatures are selling it to you, but you're going to vote for it now. And the Fed wins. You realize, like, the Fed is the house. And the house always wins. You get it here? We lose. If you think for a nanosecond, debts, deficits, inflation, currency destruction, artificially fake, comical casino markets, you think that's going to stop anytime soon? You think we're going to a utopia? How about no? You missed the exit. So yeah, no one saw this one coming, right? Duh. Oh, did anyone see this one coming? U.S. goods trade deficit surges to a 2.5-year high. Oh, really? No one saw that one coming either, right? You think this is going to stop with tariffs and everything else that's come along? How about no? You know why? Nobody wants our products anymore. The United States has become the laughing stock of the world. And just wait to see what happens as we move forward. How about this headline? Global public debt will hit 100 trillion by year end, says the IMF. But are you ready for this? Consumer confidence surges as election selection is getting closer. While job openings move lower. People, I'm having too much freaking fun here. How about you? Oh, I got my new national dragster. I'm not paid to tell you that, but I do love this stuff. Anyway, let's all pray for John Force. You know, those of you that follow drag racing, you know, the greatest funny car driver in the history of the world got into a very, very bad accident several months ago. Traumatic brain injury, but he's doing okay. All right, John Force. Anyway, people, look, we're laughing. I'm in a really good mood, as you can see right now. It's just the bad economic news isn't going to stop. Debts and deficits going to balloon even more. More countries around the world are going to make alliances against the United States. They don't want us. They don't want our products. They don't want our dollar anymore. Or it's going to be laughable. Whoever is selected to see what they actually do, because you know they do a lot of talk. These kinds of creatures, you know, they do a lot of talking, and then they got the gullible masses who just get fist fed all the garbage and they eat it up, and then it doesn't happen. And then you know what they do? They make excuses. Well, it didn't happen because of that. Well, it couldn't happen because these people blocked it. You know, we don't have a king here or a dictatorship. Believe it or not. And I know some of you seem to want that. But we do have some other kind of twisted mechanism here where we all lose. The Fed is the house, and we're all going to lose, of course, unfortunately, unless we get ourselves on the right side of this. At least from a financial standpoint, we got that covered, I think, especially now. Look, I really had to get my head around how I'm going to play this. And all you guys and girls out there, however you want to play it, whatever's right for you, you want to get out of this freak show, I got it. You want to get out of your crypto spots, I got that too. See what happens, get back in. What do you lose? You lose nothing. Zero. Me, I don't give a damn where crypto goes. I'm in this for the long haul. That means when the debt market melts down. And I'm telling you this, you just got to draw a line, a beautiful, lovely line, and connect the dots moving into 2025, going past the selection. And as I have been telling all of you for a while now, all bets are off, man. But we got this covered. However you want it, you know, there are other ways besides protective puts to hedge your long positions here in the stock market. That's just the one I intend to utilize. And that's why I put that out there. It's just too easy to do that. Again, go check your inbox, or if you haven't yet, for some crazy reason, not subscribed to my newsletter, there is a link below here. I do not have a printout of the MMRI. There wasn't any need to do it. Actually, like I said, the 10-year yield came down. We got a record high today with the NASDAQ. I mean, no, well, that's not the NASDAQ, is it? With the NASDAQ. You like my little signs here? And I mean, just look, man. Could you imagine? Let's just throw out a hypothetical here. Tomorrow, the 10-year yield drops a little bit more. The dollar weakens. Where do you think the stock market's going to go? Lower? No. I mean, with the Trump trade in full, look, let me just say this, man, one more time. It's in full effect. The Trump foam trade. Let's call it the Trump foam at the mouth trade. The Trump foam at the mouth trade is on big time. This market is so absolutely certain that Trump is going to be selected that there are massive bets on that, of course, happening. Jeffrey, thank you. Yeah, go. Exactly, man. Silver, gold, commodities. You all know that. We're not going to change. That's where we need to be. Eventual debt market meltdown kills world stock markets, and I mean kills them. Cash, again, doesn't spring little beautiful silver wings and fly away. You know, it just is going to move into other assets. And that's why I'm remaining in my crypto spots. I don't care if it gets cut by 75%. I'm talking about my crypto positions overall. I don't care. I don't even care at all. Zero. And with hedging my long positions in this market, I don't care what happens at this point. So I am sitting pretty. I have not done that yet. I will hedge my spots probably the day before that. So it'll be on Monday where I intend on hedging my longs. So look, we're on this. We got this, people. Like I told you, let them play their freaking games, man. We're gonna play our games, and we could play it better because we're way smarter than those that want to destroy us. Understand? We know their plan. We know the puppets are. Period. The end. So we are literally in freaking invincible. I think we're on the same page here. At least I hope so. Anyway, people, before we get out of here, are we on the same page with regard to understanding that we got to this silly headline here, the line in the sand? Well, they're referring specifically to the 4.3 10-year yield. I get that. At least other people are watching the debt market, which is, I think, is the smart thing to do. You know, for the most part, people don't even know what the 10-year yield is, but you obviously do. But you know, look, the fact that we've already crossed the line in the sand with regard to this debt saturation, maximum saturation, only means that the current situation is going to get worse. It's almost like it's gone terminal. When you have a terminal disease, in other words, it can't end. So that's the terminal, your end. You're going to die. All right. In this case, we're talking about the global economy, which is systematically and deliberately being taken apart here. Puppets around the world and so-called leaders working hand in hand with their central bank to make sure this neo-feudal system is put into effect, promising you the world. Just watch, just wait, because I intend, whoever is selected as president, I'm going to nail them so hard to the wall on the back of what they promised and what will not happen. And then you're going to get the freaks on either side. Well, it couldn't happen because of that, and this party blocked that, and there was too many obstacles. So it could, the same nonsense that we heard. I mean, just as an example, when Trump was selected last time, you understand? Oh, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do that. He could not pay off the debt in 2 years, like he said he was going to do by tariffs, because you see, there was too much opposition to it. Make this stuff up. I mean, we're talking about mental midgets of the highest order, and that's exactly what we're going to see. And I'm going to laugh. And am I being kind of nasty or mean? I frankly don't care. Anyway, look, before we get out of here, how's my sister doing? Great question. My sister is cancer-free, but she is still recovering. She's not doing too well, but it's just going to be a long and winding road, man. A long and winding road. But thanks for asking. Anything in exactly. Good human man, age of betrayal, deceit, and broken promises. Welcome to Babylon, man. Welcome to the Babylon system. And that's exactly what we have here. Lies, deceptions, falsehoods, propaganda. Look here, don't look there. Control. I mean, that's really what this is, man. And unfortunately, we haven't seen anything yet with regard to control. This system, this current Babylon system, is going to be replaced by a much more dramatic version, maximum control. I'm just going to say it again, as I've been telling you for many, many years. I really believe that we're going to see the world population get cut in half, probably. As this plays out. Again, look, man, they got to spring something on us to blame for the meltdown. Understand? Look, central banks must remain blameless. Trump won't point his finger at the Fed. Kamala won't point her finger at the Fed. Who creates inflation? Was it really Trump's fault when he was selected last time, nearly $9 trillion? Was it really Obama's fault just because we're seeing it now? That's what they want you to believe, because they all think you're stupid. No president has the ability to devalue the currency. No president has the ability to create inflation. It's monetary policy, which is Who implements, who's in control of monetary policy? It's the Federal Reserve. You can't know that. No single question came up, not even one, at the presidential clown show debate or even the vice presidential clown show debate. No, no, no. We can't talk about the Federal Reserve. No, no, no. You see what I'm talking about, man. It's all a game of deception. All warfare, and this is a war on you and me, is based on deception. Does that sound familiar to you? Sun Tzu, The Art of War. You should read it. And then you'll get a very good understanding of why we're at where we're at. The con jobs that are being sprung on us right now, the promises of this, that, and the other thing by both of these, which will never happen. Never happen. As much as some of you are hoping for this or hoping for that, wait till you see what actually happens. But you know what's going to happen, right? No one's going to have the guts to call him or her out for not doing it. There's going to be excuses why it didn't happen. That's really what we need to look for. The excuses. There's going to be no accountability. Again, in a controlled society, there is no accountability. So if Trump is selected and fails to do this, that, or the other thing, or if Kamala is selected and fails to do this, that, and the other thing, there will be no accountability. Because in a controlled society, people are silenced. They can't open their mouths. So just be ready for that too. And you're going to see it right here on this blog. Some people that have been brainwashed into whatever box they've been put in, they're going to make up a gazillion excuses why this person couldn't do that. Or this person couldn't do this. Instead of calling out that person and say, hold on a minute, you made all these promises, but now it didn't happen. So it can't possibly be that person's fault, creature's fault, or this creature's fault. It has to be an outside source acting against the person they voted for, which they voted for the Fed's plan here, of course. Okay, you see where we're going with this? This is what you call a dumbed down society to the highest order. And you and I, let me say this. I may be a nice guy, all right? But people that are stupid enough to get on the wrong side of this pride, we're going to roll right over them. You understand? I want lions here. I want little cubs and little cute creatures floating around here, right? But those people that want to get in our way, we're going to eat their lunch for them. I will eat their lunch for them and smile. You understand? You as well. I think we're all on the same page here. Just, I mean, it's just too simple. Anyway, yeah. Is there anything else that you guys? I'm just all giddy here. Is there anything else that you guys and girls want to talk about? So greed is good then? No, greed is not good. But taking advantage of the dumbed down, if they want to stand in our way, then they deserve to be. Look, there used to be, not so much anymore. A lot of naysayers here, they've all gone away because they got nothing to say anymore. They realize that you and I are right. We've been on the right track with this. Those kind of people, look, I want to help everybody. That's really the truth, honestly. I want to help everyone, and so do you. I believe in unification. I believe that we're responsible for each other. And if we could just adopt just those two things, we could change the freaking world. But there's always going to be those that stand against us, that are opposed to us. First thing is try to convince them that they should see things maybe a little differently based upon what's going on here, what we're seeing, how we've played this game. And you and I have been winners across the board, okay? They want to still stand in our way, they're going to pay a price. And that has really nothing to do with greed. That has to do with survival of the fittest. That's what this really is all about. Anyway, with that, people, is there anything else that I am a cub. Good for you, cub. I'm glad you're here. We're going to raise you to be a lion. And I want you guys and girls to think at one point, one day, and it really may not be too far off, this lion is going to pass the torch to another lion, all right? More than likely one of these people that are with me right now, maybe even Lava. There's Lava. I was wondering how you were. Anyway, man. Yes, I did see Doge today. As a matter of fact, here you go. Right here. 8.8. Looking pretty good. Look, man, this is a beautiful thing. This is really a beautiful thing. And you know, I really am a massive proponent of the crypto space. I know about 70% of you are not. And that's okay. You don't have to be. You must, though, you have to be at least, you know, taking advantage of this here and understanding why you're doing it. With regard to the stock market, it's not a game for everyone. It really isn't, you know, and I get that. And look, we cover things here that go beyond the markets all the time. And I love that. I love to, you know, sit here and kind of like go off here and there on things. And that's okay too. You know, sometimes you need a little distraction. Anyway, people, is there anything? I haven't looked at NVIDIA, dude, but what did I tell everyone to do? When NVIDIA, everyone was running for the hills on NVIDIA. You remember that? You remember that? And I got called out by, I don't know how, I was telling people to buy that dip. Remember that? And those people that were standing in my way, they were laughing at me. Oh, laugh out loud. Greg is telling his kittens to buy the dip here. Well, guess what? If those people that were standing opposed to me and you would have done what we said, they would have ripped its face clean freaking off. But they didn't. So we ate their lunch for them. You see what I'm talking about? It's too bad. It really, really is, man. I'm not right all the time. That's a fact. No one can be. But look at our record here. You want to say a 90%? Yeah, I'd say 90% of the time we're right. That's invincible. That literally is. If you can be right 90% of the time, you're freaking invincible. Axiom, dude, where you been? I missed you. I missed Scott. My friends have kind of disappeared for a while. Anyway, man, I'm glad to see all you here. I appreciate all of you more than you could possibly know. A good dividend stock. Look, man, you know, I'm collecting dividends right now. My current positions, I happen to like them. That they may not pay the largest dividends, but they certainly don't pay the least here. JEPI, JEPQ, you get a monthly dividend. It's very, very nice. You get exposure to the long end of this market. I really like the structure of both of these ETFs. So that's kind of like how I'm looking at it. Man, look, I take the simple route out now. You see, you have to understand what happens to a guy like me. I've played this market game for a very long time, and I've done it all. I've made a lot of mistakes. Buy Enra. Yeah, it didn't turn out too well. Anyway, but you know, you learn from these things. So now as I've gotten older, I've become more mellow. And so now I just kind of look for what I would say is the easy way to play this whole thing. I don't have the brain power anymore to sit in front of my computer and watch every tick, every trade. I just can't do it anymore. I really feel that like day trading, even swing trading, okay, which swing trading was really my thing for a very, very long time. First of all, the swings in your bankroll are dramatic, and that can weigh on you. Number two, if you're not on it constantly, and I mean around the clock, and I'm already in this around the clock enough, but I've definitely taken a step back from those days. I think it's a younger person's game. For the most part, it's exciting to do that if you have the stamina to sit there behind your computer all day long and watch it. But it's too much, man. Just too much for me, honestly. I am knowing I could all day long. You know, it's exciting. I'm not going to say that it isn't. When you're sitting there, you're day trading, you're swing trading, you're watching your positions, it's exciting. There's no doubt. But you know, as I said, for me, you know, just I outgrew that. I can't imagine I'm ever going to get back into it. I'm kind of in a pretty nice spot here, and I'm happy that way. I just can't do it anymore. The headaches, the stress, the nail biting, the freaking drinking Pepto-Bismol bottles. Oh man. Kind of that's it, man. Yes, Lava, you got to take breaks from all this stuff, right? Doesn't this, I know Lava's in this pretty much like me. You gotta disconnect. You really do sometimes. It'll get to you. And then what happens, honestly, is it will bleed out to your life, your friends, your relationships, your health will suffer from it. It's really the truth. You can't, I'm talking, right? You can't overwork yourself. I do work pretty much 7 days a week and I follow this stuff, all the time. I'm writing articles for the Trends Journal, as most of you know here, doing my markets to look ahead um, for you guys. But again, for me, like this thing has really taken on, has gone places where I never thought it would go. And my responsibility is to all you guys and girl. I consider it an honor and a privilege to be able to have so many people depend on what I say to give them actionable information. It's really what it's all about for me. I don't want to sit here and blab, 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 blab. I want to talk about things that you guys and girls can, obviously do your own research, but think about it. Say, you know what, Greg said this. Let me look into this. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, you know what? This looks good or this looks awful, whatever it might be. And then do something. You gotta, in this environment where everything seems to be working against us, we have to find a way through that. Again, their strategy is to destroy us all, and we're being wiped out. I mean this is an extinction level event around the world. This is not just and that bothers me too. I hear from so many people that are, again, locked in their United States box. They don't understand that this is a worldwide phenomenon. And imagine, for example, if all of us people here in the world would come together, would unite to elicit change. We can't, because we've been conquered. We are a conquered people everywhere in the world. But I'll tell you something, because of this selection, we've never been so divided as we are now. And do you think that's just by accident? Really, honestly, this has just happened because it's a comedy of errors. There's an accident that we're here, why we've been separated like this, why we're not able to come together to elicit change. This is not by accident. Everything here has been thought out. Even the presidential selectees have been chosen way before, years before, as a matter of fact. You don't believe me on that one? Maybe you should do a little research into that too. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at, people, here. And I don't know if you guys and girls want to talk about anything else. Social engineering, man. Absolutely. You guys and girls are very smart, a lot smarter than me. And that's a fact. I'm just like kind of the spokesperson here, but I learned so much from all of you by reading through the comments, which I do every day. Every day. And I will read all through these comments too. I pick things up here from you guys and girls and say, you know what, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. Anyway, people, I think we're going to end it here. I think we've covered a lot. I want to hear from you on this stuff that we covered. Please share this stuff, get it out there. Let's work on this. Thumbs up, please. Takes a second. You got something out of this video? I'd really appreciate a thumbs up here. It allows the algorithms to pick it up. You all know that. I don't want to keep this information to ourselves. I want to get it out there. And Coco was sick, if you recall. Thank you for asking. Coco is 100% better. He had the poops. And, but he's been better now for a few weeks, Anyway, people, look, this guy loves you all with all I got. Thank you. Thank you for all of your support. For being here with me, letting me vent, because this keeps me sane. I really honestly believe I would be like, if it weren't for you guys and girls, I'd be in a straitjacket somewhere in a freaking padded room. You guys and girls help me chill. You know what I'm saying? All right. I will see all of you in the morning, as usual. And until we meet again, you know what I'm going to say. Please, people, take care of yourselves. And we must take care of each other as well. All right. We always have each other. You should always be thinking about that. This family that we've created. This isn't just a blog to me. This is a family to me. And you have no idea when I run into people, like I'm in a store somewhere. I'm walking around. I hear my name getting called out, and then some person runs over to me and like, who I've never met, but I feel like I know after we talk for just a few seconds, that follow this blog. It's a beautiful thing, man. All right. That's kind of it. Really going to get out of here. People, as I said, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Thank you for being here. And I will see you in the morning as usual. And you can count on that.